I reckon. All right, so the problem is sometimes when I cross over, because what this code does is it takes the ship here, and when it reaches the top of the screen, it teleports the ship down to exactly that same location, but at the bottom of the screen. But sometimes what's happening
I know what the problem
is it gets stuck, like in between.
I know what the problem is.
You do?
Yep.
Is it something that...
It's obvious now why it's still broken too.
Should I be able to figure it out?
Totally. We didn't fix it.
We didn't change something to fix it?
We just moved it. We moved
Yeah, yeah. That's actually what I was thinking, is I think that we're sending it to the opposite spot. What I need to do is I need to make this point like 02.
No, that'll move it to 0.02.
No, not this. Down here.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
What do I need to do then? I need to create an entirely new... Oh, no, but it's here. Here's the issue.
There's a bunch of different ways to fix this, but you can't just move the issue. Change all those back to 1, don't change them to point whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that'll make it clearer. Okay. Yeah, the issue... Because what's happening is, what we're doing is we're taking the viewport thingy, which is the code that tells Unity where the ship is, and it's saying if the ship is past the view, like the viewable part of the screen, take its coordinate and reverse it, which sends it to the very bottom of the screen. Oh, hi, Miller. And Smart and Nightmare. Hello, humans. We're solving a bug. All right, so to me in my brain, the solution should be somehow not returning the exact opposite.
That's one way.
The other way would be to actually get the screen location somehow and select the no.
I think a better way to do it, because here's what's going to happen is like, okay, so here's your, there's a billion ways to do this.
Okay.
You solve it however you want. I think there's a really easy and good way to do this, but I don't want to give it to you, but I think you understand the problem is.
I
So what do you
think
want
I understand what the problem is.
Tell me what you're going to do
Is,
specifically so that I can be like, yes, that's good, but have you considered this?
So here's a thought. One is that I can make a new vector that equals viewport thingy plus its location plus a tiny bit. And have that
plus its location.
It takes the location of viewport thingy, dot .y or dot .x or both or whatever, and it says if where I'm at is beyond this, it equals, instead of negative where I be is at, it equals this new vector that is the reverse plus a little bit. Or is that something I can do right here?
That's something you can do right there. The trouble is...
What's the trouble with that solution?
Is that now you're going to be... Here's the top of the screen, bottom of the screen.
Right.
You hit this top of the screen. You just click through it. It's going to push you just above it. Which will work.
What do you mean just above it?
So the screen line.
Yeah.
Bottom of the screen line. It's going to pop you just above that.
I won't be exactly in the center, you're saying. I'll be right above, or right below it.
You can't go below it because then you'd be triggering to go back.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Okay. So
like I said, they're playing.
That was Hobbs's tail. Holy crap.
So
that was loud.
So
should we get the spray bottle? Kitties.
Think about what I'm saying. I said it'll work. It's just the thing might be unoptimal because Yeah. Break it up. Have it on the mist mode. So that you break up cat fights.
Control plus arrow keys moves between words.
That's. So yeah, but anyway,
Oh, cool.
don't confuse her with
No,
extra
that's neat.
things.
That's good to know. Like that's what Brackets does.
He does
Like
all
he
kinds of
doesn't even
things.
touch the mouse when he's coding. It's crazy sauce. Okay.
So, like I said, that worked.
But there's a problem, he said.
Well,
But then he said that it wasn't a problem.
It's an
So I'm
aesthetic thing.
confused.
It's an aesthetic thing. It's not. It is a fix.
All right.
But it's an aesthetic problem because
Here's-
I think that should happen below it. I think you should teleport directly to, but due to the detection, when it goes a little below, which is what we were trying to do earlier. But we did it on the wrong side of the equation.
Right. Exactly.
That's it.
But here's the thing. This isn't the here-all, end-all of the ship movement. We're going to have like 8 ships doing this or something, right? Wasn't that the solution for...
Don't worry about the 8 ships. It doesn't
But-
mean anything.
If we're
Doesn't
turning
mean-
things offset, wouldn't that over time mess up everything?
No. Like I said, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Let's get on to the interesting stuff. This is boring. You already know what the solution is. I'm gonna.
I do, but you said, I don't know. You're confusing me with your answer. That's one way to do it. That's easier than the way I was going to do it,
Exactly.
which was altering it somewhere in there.
So yeah, just fix those. Put those in.
Okay, so...
You need a -1 for the negative sides. And then do it to both x and y. And then it'll be fixed. And we can move on to the interesting things. Brackets is our coder for Upsilon Circuit.
Yeah, the new game that we're making, Upsilon Circuit is, well, we needed help because it's a really ambitious project, and he actually lives about 5 minutes away from us, and he's super smart and super cool and a really good programmer, and he's working with us on it. He actually made, he programmed a game called Snapshot, which I think was like nominated for an IGF award a few years after one of our games was, and I don't know. I don't think they won, did they? I don't know, but they were definitely at the IGF, and they've shown at like PAX and stuff like that too. He's really talented. He does all kinds of smart things, and he's like Calvin is like a general game dev. Like he can do all kinds of things. He's really good with visuals. He's really good with problem solving. He's really good with all this stuff, and he's really good with code. But Brackets is like super code oriented. I think that's a good way to describe it. I don't know. Calvin, I'm like crazy uncomfortable.
Why?
I think because we opened the windows.
We open the windows and like all this moisture
It's because
came in the
it's
house.
about to rain, and so it's like I'm really uncomfortable. Can we
Close the windows again?
something else and just turn the air conditioner on for like 10 minutes to get the moisture out of here?
Totally okay with me. I'm like,
Hi, sci-fi girl. Are you the sci-fi girl that I think you are? I hope so, because that made me very happy. And yes, Snapshot was like everybody should check out. Should check out Snapshot. It's a really cool concept. It's done pretty well, I think. All right.
I'm coming over to the windows.
All right. So Calvin, I'm gonna save this and test it, because that's the next part
It's a good plan.
of the step here. Test it
Yep.
while you're closing all the windows. Let's see. Oh. Okay. That still looks broken. Did I not save it properly? I might have hit the wrong button when I hit save. No, it's saved.
Let's see. What happened? We have no chance. Take your time. Some stuff at the bottom.
The same bug happens. It still jitters through the stuff.
You only got it happening to some stuff. You're just doing it to the
I was doing it to all 4 of them, right?
Okay, no, you got that one there.
1, 2, 3, 4. See if I can do it. There, see? That was a short one. I've had it happen.
If it's greater than 1, if the
Should I only be
viewport
doing it to 1?
plus 1 is greater than 1, minus.
It's just sitting there. This is worse than it was before, it feels like.
Yes, it is.
Oh, man. Potatoes.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
Oh. Is that what it needs to be?
Mm.
You're just testing it
Yeah.
at this point? I think I'm still, like, I'm not comfortable enough in the codes things to... Oh.
Nope. Why not?
What the heck?
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Maybe we need to make it bigger than 0.01 or whatever? Maybe that's just
No.
not a big enough difference?
Big enough.
Hmm.
This shouldn't work. Like, really. That shouldn't work.
Okay. More and more people from Vinesauce are coming and watching me program. That's pretty
Why
cool.
can't I go back to this?
Hello, Brisson.
Look at this.
Thank you. Uh-oh. Did Unity crash? I broke Unity, guys. No.
It's just...
It's... Nope.
Oh, this is a monodevelop error.
What do you mean?
It doesn't... It takes... So you gotta close this now.
Oh, okay.
Monodevelop freaks out and likes to take over your screen and like be on top of everything. It's really, really broken. It's a stupid, stupid bug.
So it's mono-developed. That was weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, weird. Oh, Sci-Fi Girl, I didn't know that you were programming.
So now it's like way out there. Like, watch.
Oh, so if you go slow enough off the screen,
That's pretty instantaneous now.
on the screen, off the screen.
Oh.
Oh, it's a little too
Nope.
far.
It's too far, but it does the job.
It
So
does. Okay, so we just need to.
reduce that a little bit. Oh, wait.
So it should be like 0.3 maybe or something like that. 0.03, I mean.
Mhm.
So that's okay.
So yeah, we've got it. We're done. That's gonna work. 3, 3, positive, negative. Okay. So I just want to get to the next part so that we can do fun things on the stream.
What tag saying? Little hint. Let's say you're decelerating at 0.05 screen units per update, moving at a 0.5, and before the first update you're at 0.19. Nothing happens. For the next update you move, so the update puts you to negative 0.49. Okay, I see. I think.
This is good enough.
Oh, whoa, what was that?
Terribleness.
That was it trying to send it to over to the one side and that's a corner. You hit the corner. Shoot. Man. I just rewatched that on the stream. Sometimes having the time lag is really useful. It definitely hit across to the side and then popped down as well. Your newest game doesn't. You don't have a. You could find a programmer if you wanted to. I bet, Sci-Fi Girl. Sometimes there's people on here who are talking about how they're learning to program, but they don't have anyone to do art for them or other stuff. You can also just learn to program along with me, Sci-Fi Girl. That would be fun. All right.
Now I'm just being crazy because
Okay.
I just want to fix. I want to fix this. I want to move on.
Yeah.
I want to move on. What am I doing?
What are you doing? Minus. Plus minus.
That would work.
that's exciting. That's awesome, sci-fi girl. Yay. I have another coding buddy. We're running buddies now. If you have any troubles, you ask me, and if I can't figure them out, I'll ask Calvin. That's what he's here for.
This
Okay.
totally works.
That's working. It's the diagonal, like when you really hit it right at the corner that, oh, see?
That's okay. If it flickers to one corner and then over to the other corner, that's okay, as long as it like
As long as
resolves.
it
It
goes to
doesn't
the proper corner.
stick. That's perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
But is it ever going to go the wrong way and give
No.
you?
Okay, you're not adjusting the velocity. You're just changing its position.
So I'm either hitting the top or the bottom. Yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. It would send both. Awesome. That's actually working really well.
Yes. Perfect. So now let's do something fun. We're gonna shoot bullets. Ready?
I'm so ready to shoot bullets. Are you guys ready? Let's shoot bullets.
So before you can shoot a bullet, you need a bullet to shoot.
Right. So I need to make a new object.
Yes.
Should it be a cube
You can make it whatever you want.
or a cylinder, maybe? Oh, I have so many
You know
choices.
what? Let's do something fun real quick.
Should I make
Let's
a?
make it look a little bit more like asteroids. Before we even put that in.
Okay.
Go to edit, render settings.
Oh, mesh. Are we gonna render just the
First
mesh?
off, ambient light. No. Ambient light. We're gonna turn it all the way up so we can get some brightness, some white spots.
Ooh.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And then go to your camera. Close that. You don't want blue background. You want black.
Ooh. Or really dark green.
Whatever you want. Happy?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much
There.
black.
Now make a bullet.
Bullets! Pew pew! Indeed. I'm so ready for this. And then we're gonna make asteroids?
Yep. Yeah.
Ugh.
Shoot with the bullets.
Yes. Okay. What shape should these bullets be? I've got cubes, spheres. What's a capsule?
It's like a pill.
Oh, okay. So it's a cylinder with two rounded ends. A plane. That's for like 2D stuff, isn't it? Generally, it's like a
Yeah, you don't want
billboard.
that.
And what is a quad?
That's a tiny plane.
Tiny plane.
It's a single, two triangles.
Oh, interesting. I want to shoot the cylinders.
It's just going to be the same as a box. That's a little bit.
It's long.
Anyway,
I know.
It's giant. So first of all, shrink that thing down. a little
So,
tinier.
to make it. Yeah, it's like bigger than my ship is. Scale it, I guess. 0.03. 0.5. There we go. There it is. Now it's showing it. 0.1. 0.1. 0.1. All right, I have a little bullet now.
Good.
Hey, crazy wheels.
All right. So that bullet is going to need to go. So we're going to use physics to push it.
The bullet needs to start hanging out in the front of my
Nope.
thing.
Nope. This bullet is the base of the bullet. We're going to create a bunch of bullets from.
Right.
So this can be anywhere right now. All that's important is.
How do I name it? There we go.
Yep, that's a good idea. Press enter. All right, that works. All right. So your bullet. What are you doing?
I wanted to name this too.
Ship. Yeah, good idea.
Name
Alright.
things, people.
So your bullet, since it's moving around in space and stuff, and we're gonna use physics. It needs that rigid body.
Oh, so add component, physics, rigid body. And we don't want it to behave with gravity. I already know that much. And I don't want it to have any drag just at all, right?
Yeah.
No drag. I can change its mass, but I don't know that I want to do that.
So next thing.
Wow, 30 people. Somebody retweeted me somewhere. Thank you, whoever that was.
Maybe you need a script to move it.
Add components. Script. New script. Do I want a new script? Wait.
You do.
Oh, wait. Are the bullets wrapping? Do bullets wrap in
That's
this,
a good
right?
question. You think I can if you want?
We could make it so that if you hit yourself with your own bullet, you die. That would be so horrible.
You could.
The look that you just gave me was like, really? Sorry.
We'll make a bullet script. Open it up. We'll look at your chat.
New script. Is this just for the bullets?
Yeah.
No, no, no. It's gonna be called Draw Partner. Create and add. All right, I have that script now. Yeah, naming things is fun.
Open it up then.
Okay, Draw Partner.
Right, so there's a couple different things about bullets here.
Right.
Right? First off,
It,
we know that we want it to go in a straight direction. Right?
yeah,
In one direction, whoosh.
going in the same direction the ship is pointing, which means I need to somehow talk to the ship.
Right. So in fact, you know, like let's from the ship we're gonna create the object, right? From the ship script, we're gonna create the
Okay.
bullet.
They're gonna call the bullet.
No, we're gonna create a bullet. We're gonna instantaneate. a
Okay.
bullet, okay. And then what we'll do is we'll have that game object on the ship. We'll be able to see it, and then we can send forces to its rigid body. So we're not even gonna move it from here.
What do we need? We need a script to make it self-replicate here, or what are we doing with it?
Self-replicate it.
I don't know what's happening.
This is
Why
just
are we
a bullet.
adding any script to this bullet
So-
if everything's gonna happen inside the ship?
So there's questions,
Oh wait,
right?
it's gonna have to hurt things. That's why it needs to
It's
have.
going to eventually hurt things.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that yet.
But that's one of the reasons it
That
needs
is
to
one
have
of
its
the
own
need-
script.
Yep. So
I'm sorry.
it's all right. I know you're very excited.
What it is,
Listen,
I'm sitting here.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
sitting
I'm
here
trying to-
trying to figure out what I need to put in here myself. That's what's happening. That's why I'm like, oh, is it this? It's because I'm trying to be a
We're
programmer.
trying to be so patient to tell you these next things. I've been trying to start to say it, and you keep interrupting
I know.
me.
I'm sorry.
It's driving me nuts.
I will stop.
All right.
I stopped.
So you're asking things like, is it going to wrap? Is it not?
Mhm.
How long is it going to exist? Because we can't have thousands of billions of bullets. Even if it doesn't wrap, first of all, if it doesn't wrap, it's going to, come around a billion times, right?
Mhm.
And then the whole screen will be bullets.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Unless they have a timeline
Because it could,
sort of thing. Do
yes.
you want them to have that?
You've got to, you're the game designer, you're making the game, you decide. But what I'm trying to say is that there are some restrictions on these bullets, so we're going to have to put those in. Mhm. So, what do you want? Do you want the bullets to wrap? That's easy. We can just drag the wrap script onto it.
I don't think I do.
Okay, so then, how do you, I think the best way to do is that if the bullet's no longer on screen, we should delete it.
Right, because otherwise it would be just like thousands of bullets just floating around off the scene.
So, go ahead and start looking for this. We need to find out whether or
All
not.
right, so I can pull some of the code from the other thing actually, because I need the viewport where I be at.
Could
code,
do
right?
that. You could do that. But maybe there's a better way.
Oh, really?
Check. Ask Google if Unity knows whether something is visible.
Dear Google, new, not new tab. Oh, sure, new tab. Drag it over here, new window. Google, Unity. Do you know if something is visible? Perchance. How can I know if a game object is seen by a particular detective entity is visible? Renderer.invisible will not work. Answers at Unity 3D. Oh, I can't even go there unless I have some sort of logged inness. Detective object is visible or something. Game object is in field of view. Is that what you're talking about? I have to sneeze. All right, I got the whole lead up to the sneeze, but the sneeze didn't happen. It's gonna happen later. It'll surprise everybody.
So try Unity invisible. Because you want to detect when it's invisible, right? No. Too many words. Get rid of all that crud. Unity, invisible. Oh, what's that?
On became invisible. Now that is some beautiful grammar right there.
Look at it.
Description. On became invisible is called when the renderer is no longer visible by any camera. Haha, we only have one camera. Ooh, see, like I would never have even thought to look for this because I don't know how to code yet.
No, this isn't about that.
Like that would never have occurred to me that Unity would be capable of looking. You know what I
Unity's
mean?
capable of almost everything you can think of.
Calvin, I am just glad you were here. That is really all I'm saying, I guess. Is I would have done something else entirely different.
No, you need to start assuming that Unity can do the things that you think of. Most likely, if you've thought of it,
It's doable.
Unity can do it until you get deep. And then you're like, oh, probably can't do that. But sometimes I assume that it can do something and it turns out that it cannot.
Interesting.
So,
This message is sent to all scripts attached to the renderer. On became visible and on became invisible. Hilarious. Okay. It's useful to avoid computations that are only necessary when the object is visible.
so that's one half of it. So
On
you're going to
became
need that.
invisible
We'll tell you when it leaves the camera.
via coroutine. Simply use the yield statement in the function.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay. I don't know that yield thing. I don't know what that is anyhow. All right. So see, yeah, learning to program with me will teach you guys all kinds of cool new tricks. Now you know. All right. So this says mono behavior. What is that? It's a base class every script derives from. When using C#, you have to explicitly derive from mono behavior. Okay. On became invisible. This is like one of those do thing to look more like, etc. sort of grammars. It amuses me.
You're not waiting on me. I'm waiting on you to implement. Just so you know. I thought it was doing that communication thing we did before. You're taking both. You're in charge.
So, okay. I don't know how to implement this.
Why not?
Well, the example here that it's showing me is putting it in a void thing, and enabled equals false.
Putting it in the void thing?
It says void. It's
Right.
in a void thing.
So on what is on became invisible?
I don't really know.
Read the document. Find out what it is.
It's called when the renderer is no longer visible by any camera.
So if you call something, what is it? What kind of things do you call?
Function.
Yes.
You call functions, guys.
So
Learned it here first.
So on became invisible is
A function.
right.
Why would I want it to start void?
So but it's not a function that you are calling, right? You're not calling on became invisible.
I'm not?
No. Read this sentence again.
Void on became invisible.
Not this sentence. Not the beginning of that.
The message is sent to all scripts attached to the renderer.
So who's calling this function?
All scripts.
No.
What?
No. All scripts is not calling anything. No.
Okay.
All scripts is like an MEP, Alex.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
It means all of the scripts attached to the object.
All right, so I just want this to be present inside. Okay, I'm going to take this. Ready? I got this. I'm going to take this, go in here. Mono behavior is in existence. I'm going to just put that in. And I'm going to say enabled equals true. There. I did a thing.
Why are you making enabled true?
Because we want it to happen.
Why do we want enable to be true? You know what enable does?
Nope. I don't know what it does. It sounds like I should know.
So get rid of that. What do we want to have happen when it becomes invisible? It's a bullet. Go back to your code. What are you doing? What are you doing in the game?
This is my code.
Right. What are you doing in the game here?
I want
This
it
is on
to
the bullet.
delete.
There you go. So how do you delete an object in script?
Delete.
Oh, ask the internet. Oh, that's me.
No, we did it before. It's called destroy. That's what
There
it's
you
called.
go.
Destroy. It's like, you know, it's cool and stuff. Do I have to say game object or specify what it's destroying, or does it know to destroy itself?
Does it tell you?
Does it tell me what?
What does it say? Don't put a semicolon at the end of it, just a word.
Well, it wouldn't turn orange otherwise.
Nope, no dot. What is destroy? What's destroy?
It's a word.
I know it's a word.
It's probably a function.
Okay, so what do you do with call functions? There you go. Now it tells you what it wants. It wants an object. It'll destroy anything. So you wanted to destroy this game object. So turn game object. There you go. That one. The lowercase one, not the class. This object. Bam. Save that one.
That
Go
was
back to
some
Unity.
intense programming, guys.
Unity.
It's not going to do anything.
Nope.
Because I can't move it currently.
Right. So let's just for fun, we'll do something and then delete it later.
Can't we just make it shoot and then test it? Okay. Why are we deleting it later? I don't know what you mean.
I know you don't. That's okay. Let's put a force on it right here, and then we'll get rid of that later.
Oh, okay. I see.
So,
okay, so
do you remember how to put a force on things? If you don't, look at
not rigid body. Body. Oh, rigid body dot add relative force something. Oh, not just that. I can't just do that. Derp, I have to do a key thing. If.
You don't have to put a key in there.
Oh, I can just make it go?
Yeah, you can, because where are you writing it in? Where are you putting this?
And start. So it's going to start by going
Yeah.
places. Add relative force. What does that mean, though? Do I need to assign it a value?
What is add relative force?
It adds relative force.
Well, what is it? I'm not telling you.
I'm trying to. I don't remember.
Okay.
I know it makes things move.
There's only a couple things that it can be.
Rigid body, add relative force. Adds force to the rigid body relative to its coordinate system.
That's what it does. I'm asking what it is.
Probably a function.
Okay. So use it like a function.
Okay. 2.
Huh?
Save.
What did you put in it?
2.
What is 2?
I don't know.
Why did you put
Force.
2 in it? No.
It's an amount of force.
What kind of direction probably is what it needs?
Oh.
Watch, stop. First of all, you didn't put a semicolon at the end. Secondly,
Whoa.
on the wrong spot on the keyboard. And thirdly, when you do this, it tells you what it needs. You gotta look at that. What does it need?
A vector?
Yeah. You remember how to get at, like, some cool things in vector 3?
No, not really.
Okay, stop and take a look at your movement code. Go back to Unity.
Yeah.
Go to your ship.
Oh, yeah, sure. A Legend of Dungeon question. I can do that.
Go back to your ship.
The home.
I'll answer.
You answer it?
Answer the question. Who's that?
became invisible knowing it was called. Writing on became invisible. Some part of Unity can call it. I see. Okay. Vector dot up, then you give it a thing times a amount of force stuff. Okay, I remember.
So when you don't remember something but you've done it before, you need to go back. And
Yeah.
find out how you did it.
Yeah, I do. You're right. There we go. Now I'm saving this. Let's try that again. INB 975.
I'm answering the question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that.
No, I see you doing that. I was just gonna tell him that we're planning on making a sequel at some point that will have
someday, but
internet.
That's not even like, I don't know when that's gonna happen. I hope so.
Oops.
No. Well, you can do it this way. Pretty simple. But look at that error. Remember? Go back to your.
It said unexpected one of these.
Yeah. Yep, that's the one. Why is it an unexpected thing? It's probably a simple problem that you can see really easily.
Actually, no, I'm confused. That looks like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, that totally is supposed to be there. But your code.
Oh yeah, I missed the semicolon.
Yeah.
But
That's what
the
it's
semicolon.
Right, because semicolons are line endings, right? So it thinks you just kind of bracket out of nowhere.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
At the end of the input line.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. That's better. Now that should go not very fast.
Yeah, I'll just speed that up. Try multiplying that forward vector by a little more.
Times 100F.
There you go.
Control save. Pew! There it goes. And zooming out. It's off the camera, but I can still see it.
Okay, so there's a little known thing. Wait, no.
Oh.
Let's play again. It's a little known thing about Unity. This is a camera. So even though it's not visible on this camera, it's visible on this one.
Lame.
So watch it go off of there and then see if it disappears from your list.
It's gone.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, weird.
So actually, you can leave that bullet code because you're using relative force, right? Did you add relative force to it?
Yeah.
So as long as when we instantaneate this thing, we're pointing it in the direction of the ship.
It can add its own force.
Yeah. Probably want it to go a little bit faster than that.
Well, it's also got its own up vector, which might not be good if it's always going up if the ship is facing different directions, right?
Relative to itself, it's going up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I want it to go faster though. Let's try 200.
Right.
Let's see what that's like. So it should shoot. It shouldn't be super slow, right?
That looks great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
There's at least a decent starting spot. Hi, Ben Wolf.
make yourself a prefab folder because you're gonna make this bullet into a prefab.
Prefab folder?
Yeah.
Is that just any kind of folder?
Yeah. It's a good practice to put your prefabs all on a separate folder.
Create prefab.
No.
No, create.
Folder. Press enter.
Cat hair on my nose. No.
Enter. There. Go in there. Drag and drop your bullet in there.
Hello, bullet.
Now you have a bullet.
You are a bullet.
Delete that bullet. Okay.
Now I have a bullet here. I haven't lost all the code.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, quick Unity tip. When you make changes, you should probably save the scene.
Yep. Save your scene, save your project.
Save your project.
That way you won't hate yourself.
And save frequently so as to not have to force your head into your desk repeatedly. Bullets aren't going to warp back around the bottom of the screen because I don't.
Kind of sucks if you're getting towards the edge, though. But all right, we can change that later too. The good point is that you learn the invisible thing.
Hack is probably right that they had a fixed distance and that they wrapped around. But it's easy to add that in now that I have that whole chunk of code. I can just go bloop and it'll change.
Yep.
So we'll start off just like this, and then we'll see.
All right, so go back to your ship.
Ship.
All right, and you're gonna go back to the helm because you want to make a control to shoot a bullet.
To the helm.
Okay, get to it from there, I guess. Okay.
How else would I?
You can double click on it on the ship.
Oh, inside. Oh yeah, that's true.
That's what I was expecting you to do.
I'm going to do things weird because I'm learning.
It's fine. No, you're doing things in a perfectly
All
acceptable
right.
way. So what button is going to be your shoot?
Is this going into fixed update as well? Does that make sense for it to?
Yeah, it can.
Because it needs to be an update thing because I'm checking for the key, but doesn't necessarily have to do with physics, does it?
Well, it's got an impulse on it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It won't make a difference, really.
Okay, so.
You don't want it to go inside of your. Well, you don't only want it to happen if you're not pressing left arrow.
Whoa. This is the bracket I was looking for. Thank you. Thought I went down one more than I did. So, if input dot get key code dot, this is the only key I'm going to be doing, so space.
Sure.
Space bar is a good.
Yeah.
Space, is that okay? Okay. If that happened,
So you did your inf wrong, but look at it and fix it.
oh, I forgot the second parentheses spot. I just missed it. I copy pasted the input.get key code text.
All right.
So here's a weird dot space is a different color than all the other key codes. So that concerns me.
Don't worry about it.
That's okay?
Yep.
Okay. I just don't know what color means.
I don't either.
Oh, okay. It feels like it's trying to guide you somewhere, but I don't
Sure.
really quite know.
Yeah. So now we've got that. Now we need to create a copy of that other object. So we're going to need to reference it somehow. First off, we need to know what we're making a copy of.
We are making a copy of Draw Partner, but
No, we're not. Draw Partner is a script.
Oh.
We want to make a copy of our prefab.
So is there a prefab?
Nope. No, don't start just looking for stuff.
Hey, why not? What's wrong with me starting to look for stuff?
That's fine. As I'm teaching you a new thing.
Oh, okay. Well, teach me.
All right.
I will stop trying to learn by myself.
Yeah, just so. First of all, we need to reference it, right? We need to get a reference to that object, and we're going to do that through a public variable that we can expose to the inspector.
What?
Think
You
about
just used words that I don't. What's an inspector? What is the inspector?
The inspector is in Unity. It's that little panel with all the little stuff.
Oh,
on it.
right.
That's
Okay.
the inspector.
So do we need to do something inside of Unity first
Nope.
in order to make this happen?
Nope.
It's all inside
Do
the
you
code.
remember how to make something exposed to the inspector?
You just set it as public.
Yes.
So I need to do something new in this
right. So,
public here.
Yep. Now, what kind of object is it?
It's
What
a
kind of
game object.
Yeah.
It's a class
Yep.
of game object.
And don't put a dot there.
Don't?
You're declaring a variable. So
Right.
Now you need to name the variable.
Bullet. Right?
Sure. Yep.
That's better than bullet.
All right.
Pew, pew.
And the declaration of.
Is that it?
Yeah. Save. Go back to Unity.
So now I need to go into my prefab and do something here,
No.
I'm assuming?
Click on your ship where you've got the thing referenced. Look. See it? What did you just edit? Do you remember?
Render rigid body, the helm, beam me up,
What did you edit?
main color.
What did you just save?
I just saved a game object.
No, you didn't save a game
Or I
object.
just saved the text, the script.
What's the script called?
The script is called the helm.
Okay, look at the helm script on this thing.
Oh, there's pew pew.
Yes. So put the bullet in there.
Can I just drag and drop it over? Oh, I can! Check that out.
There you go. Now you've got a reference to that bullet.
Now if I...
So every time you touch that bullet in our pew pew in the script, you're accessing the bullet.
Does that mean if I press the space bar?
Nothing will happen because you didn't do it.
And I, that like, but one, like, in here, if I say, how do you create a new object? I guess that's the next part, right? That's the next part. Dear Internet, how do I make a new object? How do?
You probably don't want to ask like normal language questions to the.
I just typed in create, well, I can't type, but create object.
Okay. Not into Unity. They won't know how to do anything.
Instance. Toast create. I want to create some toast.
Go to Google.
Dear
Don't do this.
Google and not Unity.
Their search algorithm thing is not good.
Okay, so I want to. Is it called spawning? Is that the proper term?
Sure, that'll work. And what kind of thing are you spawning?
An object, a game object.
Yeah, but a prefab, right?
Oh, okay.
You didn't type Unity.
Prefab homes. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
There.
Instantiating. Prefabs at runtime. This is just runtime though. This isn't a manual.
Alex, when you press play, you're in runtime.
So that's during the whole thing. Oh, okay.
In other words, not in the editor. You know?
Right.
There
You can
Everyone does new things sometimes.
instantiate a prefab from one line of code with complete functionality. Creating equivalent game objects from code takes an average of 5 lines of code, but likely more. Okay, common scenarios. Building a wall. Public class instantiation. Do I need to make a new class? There's Calvin. This is not helping me. This is a very confusing, long, big thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of information about it.
I guess I can just sit here and read this for the next hour. Is there something in particular I'm looking for? This is just going through a bunch of
You're scrolling so fast I can't even read it.
rockets.
Okay, instantaneous rockets and explosions. That's basically what you have. This script shows you how to launch a rocket using instantiate function. See if you can figure that out. Oh my God, this is in JavaScript and bad.
Yeah, this is not necessarily. This is
Well,
Unity. They
look,
use lots of
now you know this thing. Look that up.
Calvin, you're so demanding. Look that up.
Do it now.
I'll not make you pancakes. You keep treating me that way.
That would be really sad.
I know, right? I make good pancakes. You're helping me, and I really appreciate it. I'm just teasing you a little bit. Okay, object.instantiate.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Actually, maybe we'll make pancakes for dinner.
That sounds
I
awesome.
really want pancakes. I've been wanting. The best thing ever is green tea pancakes. Powdered green tea. It's called matcha. You can get it on the internet. Like a bag of it will last you a long time for like $10 or $15. And you just put like a few teaspoons in the like flour when you stir it up before you add the liquid, and you get green tea pancakes. And they're amazing. They're They're so amazing. I can't even. That's how amazing they are. All right. Static. Objects instantiate. Object original, vector 3 position, quad or non-rotation. Static object instantiate. You call it something different.
I say it wrong.
You say it wrong. Okay. Description. All right. So clones the object original and returns the clone. Position and rotation parameters. I'm cloning. Okay. Public rigid body projectile.
That, don't worry about the rigid body stuff.
Clone instantiate projectile, transform position, transform rotation as rigid body. Is this what I want?
Yeah, that's the kind of thing we want. So let's look at this. Go back up to the top. All the way up. There we go. Okay. So you can do two things with it. You can call instantiate and then send it these things, or you can call instantiate, send that. But we want to set its position and rotation so that it's in line with the ship.
So that it matches the ships.
Right? Okay, and what does it return? It returns an object. So that's not going to be super useful to us because we want to have way more control over that. But we don't even need to return anything actually because we're going to put the force on the object. Yeah. This is going to be great. Okay.
What's happening?
Nothing.
Okay.
So this one here, they are instantaneating a vector with a new vector and a normal thing. So you're going to have something like that. You're going to call instantaneate, put the pew pew in there, and we're going to give it a position.
And then I make the position equal whatever is the ship's position, sort of thing.
Yeah. But you don't want to do that because there's going to be problems with that. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
And then a rotation. We're going to send it the same rotation to the ship.
Right.
Cool, huh? So let's go back and start, and that's how you know exactly how to use it. So inside of the space.
Helps if I can type.
There it is. No dot.
I forget that you can just press spacebar and it'll fill it out. That's why I was dotting. I was trying to get it to autofill. Okay, so instantiate, if, bobbly boop, instantiate, which is a function, public static object, instantiate, object original.
So we know what that is. Yep.
And then.
So there's two ways to do it. See, it was one of two.
Yeah.
You could just instantaneate that object, but we don't want to do that. I'll press up and down.
Oh.
There it is. What's the next thing? It's a position.
A vector 3.
Whoa.
Isn't that what it was doing in
Look, see those at the end of there? Those are commas.
Oops. It's fine.
So no, you don't want to do vector 3. We're going to send it a vector. Where do you want it to spawn?
Inside the ship.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, do that then. Send it to the vector that's inside the ship.
I don't know how to do that. I'm looking. I'm trying to figure this out. This is the movement code.
Try inside of the teleportation code. You're using the ship's position in that, aren't you? Where's the ship's position?
Where IBA's at.
Yeah, and how are you getting that? Right in that line.
Transform position.
There you go. Transform position is what?
a vector 3.
Perfect. That's exactly what you need.
But isn't that the transform position of... I guess it's still attached to the same game object. This is still the ship.
Hell, yeah. Perfect. Oh, it gave you a capital T. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Here it is.
And then I need a rotation, which, do I also have something like that?
No,
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe you do. Back in the helm. Oh no, are you using torque for that?
Torque.
You are. All right. So, what do you think it's going to be? Just make a wild guess. It's not up here. It's not. There's nothing to help you here. What do you want? What rotation do you want? Yeah.
What?
I'm asking you a question.
I'm thinking. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, what are you doing?
I wanted to turn the same. I wanted to go off in the same. I wanted to find out if the ship is pointing forward. Like, find the ship's forward and send it out that way. But I don't know how to do that.
It's gonna go forward no matter what. So all you need to do is get it to
have its forward line up with the other forward.
Right.
But I don't know how to find out where the ship is pointing.
Well, how are you finding out where the ship's position is?
I don't know.
You did. You just did it. You just got the ship's position. It's in transform position.
But that's not the rotation.
No, it's not. But transform holds things.
Oh, you're making your own game? Awesome.
Look. Transform.
Rotation.
Position.
Oh, so transform rotation.
Go back.
Feel really stupid when the answer is really simple. I just don't.
You gotta stop this whole like self-doubt thing. There's like a I don't know how to do this, and you just give up. You just like.
It's not that I'm not. It's not that I'm giving up. I'm not. I'm just not thinking of the way.
That's capital T.
Give me a capital T
I
again. Did I type a capital T?
No, it's monodevelop. It hates you.
I already completely forgot that rotation was something you could get from.
Nope.
No, not an equal sign. That.
See?
So, technically, if this works, I should be able to shoot stuff? I hope. Move around. Ah!
What happens? What happens?
Press spacebar. What the hell?
So,
It sends me all over the place.
do you know why?
Oh my God! What just happened?
Oh, you know what? Something else we never did.
Oh no!
So that's because we haven't freezed your rotation.
Freeze my rotation in the Z plane, right there.
Well, no, actually, you want to only
No.
rotate on the Z plane. See? You only want to rotate that way. So that's one of the things. So what's happening is you're spawning bullets inside of yourself.
And they're hitting myself, and they're not working properly.
Also, you'll notice that you haven't done shoot when you press down, but
It's just
when you so every
it needs to be a
update
tap.
you're turning things on
Oops.
and off over here. There you go.
Fixed it.
Okay.
All right.
So first thing you need. Whoa.
First thing I need to do is not do get key.
Okay. That. All right.
Right?
Sure. That's a good start.
Input dot what? Any key down? No. Get key down.
Ta-da.
That should solve that problem.
Okay, so now the other
second thing
is a little more complicated.
I need to spawn stuff not on the same level
There's
as
2 ways to do this.
I can already think of one.
Okay, what's that?
Spawn it below the ship.
Well, yeah.
Since it's technically a 3D plane.
Yeah, you could do that.
And then we can just make the asteroids and make sure that they go below the ship just as far.
There's one way to do it.
That's my solution
It's
first.
a totally legitimate
That's-
solution.
The other
But it runs
idea
into some
is
problems.
to somehow make sure that it spawns outside the rigid body.
That's a third way to do it. I
I'm
have
coming
another
up with
one.
all kinds of solutions. What's yours?
My solution
What's the
was
clean-
never to put it off the Z-plane because that actually causes problems.
Oh, it does? Okay.
You'll find that like making sure that things work, and how are you making the asteroids, all kinds of things.
Mhm.
So, what we can do is there's this cool thing in Unity, and it's called layers.
Layers.
Yeah. This is on the default layer, and that's totally cool.
All right, you can add layers.
Yeah, click on Add Layer. Let's add a bullet layer.
User layer. Okay.
And let's add also a ship layer. Right.
Okay.
Cool. Now let's go back to the ship, click on it, and press Enter, make sure that it saves.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see a way to save it.
And set it to the ship.
Ship is set.
Change children.
Change, children, change.
So that means actually that they set the layer of the sphere and the little other tiny sphere to it. Yep,
Now
on a
the
bullet.
Bullet, and it goes to the bullet plane.
Mhm.
We're no longer on the same plane.
Now the thing is that that doesn't do anything. It just sets them to different layers.
Okay.
But there's a way to change how the layers interact with each other. Go to Edit.
All right, this sounds like this is really important stuff.
And then why can't I see what's going on here? Project settings and physics.
So layers work with physics.
So this down here, this is all kinds of physics settings, but also we've got layer collision matrix.
And I can set it so that the ship and the bullet don't collide by doing that, maybe?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Interesting. Wow, I could see this getting huge.
Yeah, you should see Legend of Dungeons. It's like,
Now hit play and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Do I have to hit enter to save this?
nope, it's all saved.
Let's try it.
Go.
I'm scared. Oh, there's a little delay because it takes time for it to... But look, it's shooting the same direction I'm pointing. What? Oh, there's a problem.
Yeah. Do you want to fix that one?
I'm running over my own bullets. It's like little poops. Okay. Can you tell that I'm very mature all the time? I'm very ladylike. Yeah, I know. I'm really excited. This is an exciting episode. This is very cool.
Let's fix it so it doesn't poop anymore. What are you doing?
I was checking to see if it's been an hour,
All
and
right.
it has. So let's fix it to not poop anymore, and then it'll be done.
Okay. So go to your scripts where you instantiate them.
Instantiate.
So do you know how it was like
Instantiate.
it was like as rigid body and things like that? And then we were making it so instantaneate outputs
Instantiate.
whatever. It outputs an object.
Okay.
Right? Objects are like base chunks of stuff and they don't have any
It's a
type
thing.
yet.
It's just a thing, basically.
Right.
Okay.
So but you can tell it you want to output it as a specific type. So first off, the thing is to do. So we want to get that object, that pew pew, the new one. We want to get that out of this. So let's do.
What do you mean out of it?
It returns an object without a type that is the thing you instantaneated because it doesn't know what you instantaneated.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to tell it that it's a game object.
So how do we do that?
Say as
game object.
Yep. Bam.
The class.
Mm-hmm. That's the type we're going to output it as. So semicolon the end of that. But now it's outputting, so the function is going to be returning the game object now. So make a new game object.
I need to make it not inside the if statement, right?
No.
Or still inside the if
You can
statement.
do it right here. It's going to output and you're going to make it equal to. Remember how we were doing that?
Okay, so we're saying.
Nope, not there.
I just asked when you pointed directly there on the screen. You want it? You mean here, inside fixed update, in front of it.
Right, because instantaneate is outputting an object, and we've told it we're going to make it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So we're creating a
A
game object that is
for-
instantaneous.
That's going to get its value. Yeah. A variable.
Look at me typing.
And you need to capitalize that so that it knows that it's a class.
Oh.
You want this to say that.
You want it to say pew pew and everything?
No, you don't want it to say pew. You're not making. You don't want two variables with the same name. That's an error.
Okay.
You need a new variable name.
Game objects. Shots fired equals.
Bam.
Is that good?
Yes.
Sounds right?
Yes. So now you've got shots fired, and we can affect it. So solution I have for you that I think you should, because we're running out of time, is we're going to take the current velocity of our rigid body and apply it to the bullet.
Oh, cool. Okay, so that doesn't go in the if statement. That's just constant, right?
No.
Or inside the if statement.
It's right here. The shots fired only exists inside of this if.
Oh, okay. So shots fired.
Yep. Dot.
Dot velocity?
No. You gotta get at its.
What? What am I trying to access?
So this is a game object.
Right.
And you want to get at the rigid body.
So dot rigid body.
Because you're affecting the physics. Yep.
Dot rigid body.
Dot.
Dot.
What part are you getting at?
The relative force?
No, you're getting at the velocity. It's called velocity.
Velocity.
Okay.
Velocity raptor.
Okay. And you're going to make that equal to the ship's velocity.
Equals.
So you're inside of the ship right now.
The helm. This is where all velocity happens.
How are you accessing the rigid body there?
That is.
It's like super stupid obvious. So don't look too hard.
Is it just? Oh, wait, how am I accessing the velocity?
Yeah.
The velocity is the relative force.
No.
The force mode velocity change. That's the only spot that says velocity. Am I just writing the helm?
Listen, ready?
What?
Okay. You're going to set the velocity on the shots fired, right?
Yeah.
With this line down here.
Right, and I want the velocity to match.
Where's velocity contained?
Inside the vector?
Look at it. Right there.
Force mode
Right here.
velocity.
Right here.
Velocity.
Where is it?
Inside the rigid body.
So, the ship's velocity is in the same place.
So I should say the helm dot rigid body?
You don't need to access the helm. You're already inside of it. You don't say the helm anywhere in here.
So if I don't specify the rigid body, it knows that it's just the rigid body of the game object? Is that how it works? Even though I didn't name it?
Look right here.
Yeah.
You're just calling rigid body. See that?
Really? Really?
See that?
Okay. I don't know why, but that feels like it shouldn't work. Play. I click to go. Alright. Moving.
Shoot.
Oh! I do still speed up though. But once I reach I am currently shooting and going just as fast as I'm shooting.
No.
Okay.
You're not shooting, it's going. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're crazy. Watch.
Oh, I was holding it down, wasn't I?
Yep. The problem is that it's going off camera so quickly. Like it doesn't you don't give it a chance.
But if I stop and I shoot, I can then surpass those bullets.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to make the bullets have a base speed
They do already.
that is faster.
Yes.
I like this though. This is really coming along, guys. This is 3 days of work, and I have a ship that moves around and shoots things and wraps around the screen.
And you vaguely have an idea of how you
But I hardly know how I did any of it. while I'm still really completely unsure of what I'm doing, which is, I think, obvious, while that is the case, I am getting used to the way the language works, and I'm understanding more about how programming actually functions. And then, hopefully I'll get better after that too. Okay, so Kelvin, I want right now shots fired equals blah blah bloop blah bloop, and its velocity equals the rigid body velocity. Right? That's what this is saying. This is saying whatever amount the rigid body is moving by, the shots are moving that same speed.
Yep.
So then when I'm standing still, shouldn't it not move the bolt at all?
No, because the bullets already have it. Look at your bullet.
So it's going.
Your
Here's what I'm saying.
partner,
So
right
whatever I put in, like I just added this, I just doubled its speed.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be, the force is going to be added to that from the ship, or is it written over? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Rigid body add relative force.
So it adds it to whatever it already has.
So this is the execution order. You come down through here, you're holding down the key, it creates the object, it sets the velocity, and then it gets done with your fixed update.
And then it pays attention to this afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
After all your updates are done from when you instantaneously, it goes to the start.
Awesome, Smart. I'm so glad. I'm glad that this is helping you learn little things about Unity as well. That's kind of the thing, isn't it? Like, Calvin, you don't know everything about Unity, right? Like, there's a whole bunch of things that you just don't, like, there's so much that you can do. Oh, that feels better. Pew, 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 pew. All right, so now, oh, this is cool. How fast could you shoot an asteroid? I'm gonna have to check. I guess no, I don't want to check. I like the idea of making this game as just my memories and my vague recollection of asteroids as opposed to actually comparing it to the real thing. Oh, that's cool. As I slowly coast, it makes my bullets kind of look curved.